Hey guys, it's me again. Today I don't feel like talking, so I decided I'm gonna answer the question. I got a whole bunch of list of questions. I realize if I don't answer, you're gonna get built up, then I get too overwhelmed. So I'm thinking maybe I should dedicate one day of the week just to answer questions. So anyway, back to the beginning. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I'm gonna answer a couple questions. I will see how many questions I can answer in 10 minutes. So anyway, there's one question here say, I once say we have a thought the whole universe will know. So what's different between I say it, which is cursing, or not? Because sometimes I'm just so angry that the curse could show in my head for a second. I can control myself not to say it, but not to think about it is another thing. Okay, I've been through this. Trust me, it took me so long to figure out how to do this. We talk about it, right? The more people tell you not to think about it, the more you will think about it. The more I say don't hate someone, the more you will hate someone. So it's human nature, if you tell someone not to think about it, it's almost impossible. But there's a solution to this question, right? Yes, to that, I cannot tell you once you have a thought, universe will know. Once you have a thought, universe will know whether you say it or you don't say it. So for me, I just try to figure out how I can do to control my thought, because we all know controlling thought is not easy. So, I go through a really long period of time, try to tell myself, just don't think about it, just don't think about it. But then I realized by telling yourself not to think about it, it's really not going anywhere. You're just gonna think more about it. So eventually I have to try different method. Then I realized the best way for yourself not to think about it is not like not to think about it, but it's actually bring yourself to be the center of yourself, and then you start to held responsible of the things you say and held accountable to the things that you do, say, and all that. Eventually, you will come to this balance emotion that you actually don't have need to hate people so much. You don't, because you start to understand, am I a Christian? No, I'm not. So when your emotion actually come to a balance mode, right, you will realize your judgment will reduce too, because you start to understand things will happen for a reason, and then you will allow yourself to vent occasionally, so you would not have that burst of you curse someone's dad. So anyway, so the answer to that is the best way to handle it is actually learn to calm your own self. Like in the past whole months, we got a lot of way to teach you how to balance your emotion or your energy. Pick one. Actually, by exercising it, you will actually get really good at this. So, okay, in regard of that, we have another question is sometimes when we're dealing with other people cursing, like, now we talk about the one who cursed, now we're going to talk about the one who is being cursed, right? I mean, it happens all the time. A lot of time we don't know why people are cursing us. Like we may do things without intention to hurt someone, but then somehow we end up being cursed, right? So I will have people ask me in that case, how do they handle that, right? Because they don't think they do anything wrong. They don't have any intention to hurt anybody. But then there are people out there just simply throw you cursing or, call your name. In modern language, we probably call it bully, right? Bully, or it can be sometimes cyber bully. Just, you don't even know the person, right? Here, I'm going to teach you a trick that you can do. That will eventually give them an idea. Be gentle with their word. So, when people say something really mean to you, that you know if I did something. If I did something bad, then I probably deserve it, right? That's how the universe come back to me. But sometimes we know we didn't do anything wrong. Like, that doesn't matter, okay? So it's not like, it doesn't quite work if you know you did something wrong and then you try to do this. It doesn't quite work because it creates energy confliction. But if you know I have done nothing wrong to hurt someone, but then somehow you got people curse at you, there is a good tool to stop a thought. It is called thought stopping. It's called thought stopping. Great. Let's try that. That would be, great. I'm just, sharing what I know. There might be things I don't know too, but thank God it's Google. We can always Google it. No, I believe you. I don't believe it's a joke, but I just, I'm here to share what I know. So anyway, go back to that. That's it. Based on what I was saying, if you somehow feel that energy coming, if you happen to be a very sensitive people, right, and you train your energy well, know enough, that you will know people deposit a really bad thought, or people have that intention of hurting you. Sometimes you don't know why, but they have that intention. For me, those kind of intention kind of pop up. I guess that's a lot to do, I'm very aware my energy surrounding me, around my living space and all that. So when I sense that intention, what I do is first I will calm myself using another method. As again, I mentioned it last month. Pick one to calm yourself. Whatever works for you to calm yourself. Then you package that penetration that hurts, or that intention that you sense that's so out of place. What I want you to do is, this is what I talk about, the power of thought is really powerful. And then this is a time you guys can actually exercise it. So what I do is I actually wrap it around that emotion, like almost put it in the bowl, and then I send it back to the sender, right? So in that way, I'm not really having intention to hurt someone. I'm simply wrap it up and send it to the sender. So with me, a lot of people might cyber bullying me or things like that. I don't want to generate a hate toward them, because as I say, last month, there's karma, right? That will keep the off balance. But wrap around whatever that intention is and send it back to sender. They will have a taste of their own karma. With me, it will usually happen between 12 hours and for 24 hours. For people, but it really depends on how strong your power of thought is, like how strong you can hold your own being. Then you can exercise that. So what I'm saying is, that's also a way that you can learn to let go of that anger and frustration. You don't need to be triggered by it, right? You don't need to be, react to that. So that's another thing. Like, that's what I always do. Sometimes people send love or send blessings. So it doesn't just work for bad thing. It actually works for a lot of good thing too. So sometimes when people got great intention for blessing and things like that, I like to do that too, because they deserve to be loved too. They deserve to have that blessing as well. So anyway, that's another thing that I think you guys can try out. You'll be amazed how universe work. It really work well. So anyway, that's 2 questions down. I can answer one more question here. Can psychic predict the future? I don't want to speak, as I say, I don't want to speak for all psychic, because people who follow me must know by now, psychic's ability depends on their channel. Like it have a lot to do with their knowledge, like their background, their I think you are confused. Yeah, that's I'm not, but it's okay that you think that too. So so can psychic predict the future? As I say, go back to the beginning. Psychic's power have a lot to do with their background. So it depends on how they are raised and how they are taught and what they know. So then they would decide if they want to develop a certain area of the skill or not. So there will be psychic who can see ghosts. There will be psychic who can see past. Like it will be psychic who can see various things. So here I cannot speak for all psychic. I can only speak for myself. So in my case, I understand they are different channels. So if you ask me if I can see the future, my answer to you is yes. But every time the client asks me that, I also let you know is our future is never fixed. Our future depends on the decision that we make. So the chances, if you're going to come to me, not doing anything change with your life, but going to leave us what your choice. I can only tell you the future like based on who you are right now, which is what majority of the psychic would do. So based on your mental status, who you are being, and things like that, then no one can predict the future with better than 50. That's exactly correct. That's what I try to say here. So what I try to say here is, all the psychic can only predict your future based on who you are at this moment. So you might leave this door and next minute you decide to change yourself, or you might be inspired or something else. Then your future will change. Or if you decided to I don't know, go downhill or make a different turn, right? It will change too. So most of the psychic is to be accurate, which the guy was saying is they can only give you the maximum 30% of accuracy rate. That's based on if you do not make any change of your life and live the way you are doing right now. So, but with me, I see alternative. Alternative is, so I don't know why my spirit trained me this way, but it seems like if I give a comment and that comment somehow settle in your head, I will see the future change. So that means if I try different comment, try different way of coaching you, I will see the future change at the real time too. So usually the way I coach people is I try to see, instead of the future that I see based on who they are, what kind of alternative I can bring for them. What kind of possibility, what kind of better alternative they have planned in their life. So back to the answer to the question, can psychic predict the future? It based on the psychic skill. Do they believe in future or not? Or, if they don't, the chances they don't. Or depends on their channel, which channel they have open for it, and then a lot to do with their background. So that would be third question. I guess I can answer 3 questions if I choose to answer a question then. So anyway, today I'm just trying to make it easy because, I don't have enough sleep last night, I guess. So again, if you like what I'm doing, join us live on Periscope, or go to my Facebook, or go subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website at ruowen.com. I would try to answer some questions, especially if I think it will help others to understand better, or help others. Usually I would try to answer those questions. So anyway, I hope that answers some of the question. It might confuse some of the people too, but as I say, I cannot quite explain what I know without introduce some vocabulary I know first. But let's give it a try and see how it goes. So I guess till then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.